So we are on our way right now to go fly two drones. Fly 2 drones. Because if you've clicked on this video, I'm assuming that you are asking yourself this question, or at least you're a little bit interested. DJI versus FPV, all right? Consumer hobby drones or FPV, first-person view quadcopters. Full acro, fully manual, in the goggles. You know, which one comes out on top? Which one do you want to know is better? Which one is the best? Listen, I'm an American, all right? I want the best. I don't want mediocre. I don't want second rate. I want the best. And if you are watching this video, I'm sure you want to know which is the best as well. And so that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna decide and determine what is the best. What we have here are 2 things. One, we have DJI drones. And DJI drones are self-leveling, self-correcting, easy to fly out of the gate, you know, out of the box. And they get these types of shots. That's a DJI drone. Pretty easy to understand. Price tag can be pretty pricey, especially if you don't have a lot of money. They can be fun. And then, you know, you could consider a DJI drone to be safer, quote unquote safer. And then on the other side, the flip side, you have FPV, which FPV quadcopters, there's this whole community behind them because you have all sorts of people within the community, and it's an amazing community, honestly. They're very helpful, man, they're just fun. And the FPV community can be so divided when it comes to DJI. Some people hate them, some people are like, yeah, it's, you know, whatever. Some people, you know, have all these opinions on them. I think whatever you need to get the job done, get it done. And I say job, I don't mean specifically, you know, getting paid, getting like an actual job. I mean, you know, whatever you have to have fun and to enjoy flying these toys, you know, if it works, it works. And you like it, you like it. Who cares? But when it comes to FPV, the FPV quads are faster, louder, bigger sometimes. But there's always this question of, well, which one's better? I've got a test. We're gonna get into that test in just a little bit when we get to our flying spot. This test is gonna prove once and for all which is the best. And the answer will probably not surprise you. It's probably it'll make sense. You'll get to it. If you're questioning which one should I get, FPV or DJI, I think this video is gonna help you out a lot. I hope it answers your questions of which one should you get. So stick around to the end of the video for my final word on which one is the best. I've been flying DJI drones for years now. I've been flying FPV quads for a couple years. I have good experience, I think, in both worlds. I've used both for certain things. Like I take this for instance, I did a wedding video. I used both DJI and FPV. So right here you have the DJI shots of the opening shot, the wide shot of the venue, the establishing, this is where we are, this is what it looks like, here you go. And then I added this FPV shot of me flying around to the back of the building where the reception was gonna take place, where the party was coming out to you know, for the wedding ceremony. And I think both aid in the telling of the story, but they don't look the same. You know, they're both drone shots, but they definitely play different roles in the video. And so I think ultimately that's just what it comes down to. What role do you need a drone shot to do? It's the same between, you know, just a GoPro and a normal cinema camera, you know? It's not a matter of which one is better or worse. It's more of a matter of which one do you need to fulfill a certain role. And that's just what it comes down to. And that question really can't be answered by anyone except you, all right? I can give my advice, and here's my advice: do FPV. It's a lot more fun. I wouldn't say it's any more expensive. I think it's just as expensive as DJI, depending on what you get, you know, but I think it'd be a lot more fun. It takes a lot more learning time. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this drive, and then we're gonna go fly, and that's it. See ya later. I think there is a skills test that is to be done to determine which one is better. First off, we have the speed test. Which drone can go fastest? We have the durability test. Which drone can hit a wall and still fly? We have the handling test. Which one is easier to control? Then we have the battery test. Which drone will last longer on one battery? Difficulty of use test. Which one is easier to learn and easier to master. And then finally, the last test, the test, probably the most important test, is the STEEZE test. All right, if you're a skateboarder, you know what I'm talking about. What does it take for something to be STEEZY? And that's the question we're going to answer today, the STEEZE test. All right, I'm Timo FPV. Let's get into it. let's look at the tests and let's see who prevailed. Speed test. Speed test goes to FPV. Durability goes to FPV. Handling goes to DJI, unless you're a very, very good pilot, in which case that goes to FPV. Difficulty of use goes to DJI, just easier to use for anybody. That's why it's a consumer drone. Battery life goes to DJI. Those batteries can last forever. Each battery will last longer for a DJI battery. However, you don't get as much power. STEEZiness goes to FPV. Here's what you're looking for, all right? If you're looking, which one should I get, which one is the best? The question is, what do you want to do? Do you want something that's easy to use right out of the box that can get slow, cinematic shots easier? It's probably DJI. Do you want something that's fast, takes a little more to learn, but once you get it, the shots are unmatched, you know? You can just get something that's beautiful with an FPV quadcopter, and it's just a lot of fun. DJI drones aren't as fun to fly as to say an FPV quad drone. I keep saying drone, FPV quad. They're just a lot more fun to use in general. It's just more fun to fly. So different applications, but ultimately trying to fulfill the same purpose, which is to capture something beautiful. And if that's your goal, if that's your only goal, then go with both. Go with both. Just get one and then get the other and see what happens. If you can't get both, it is a beautiful day out here, and I'm done flying. My batteries are spent, so I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the day. I hope you do as well. I'm Timo FPV. Stay soaring.